Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about relationships briefly. Okay, so there's a lot of hoopla about I need a provider. I need a provider. The man must, make all the not make all the money, but they must provide, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole talk. We all know what it is. We all know what it is. And me as a woman, and I have two boys that I'm going to be teaching along with their dad about dating and relationships and what to do and how to handle things. So I definitely don't want them to be taken advantage of either, right? But one thing that I must say is when someone can feed you, they can starve you too, right? So what I mean by that is if someone has all the power and all the financial resources, you are indebted to them, right? Sometimes you're in a relationship, it could be abusive, it could be all these things, but you can't leave because you have no money. You have no money to leave, to get your own home, to get your own place, to get in safety. And sometimes it doesn't even have to be that drastic or dramatic or anything like that. It could just be you're unhappy and you don't have the financial resources. So this video, I just want to tell you guys, make sure you're your own provider. Okay, make sure you are your own provider. Make sure you can do for self, right? The whole thing of God bless a child that has his own. Even if you desire a man that can handle the finances and you take care of the household and you guys have a agreement, a situation where it's understood, like you take care of these things, I take care of these things. Even if that's the case, women, make sure you have your own. Make sure you have your own, like just in case it does not work out, right? You do not want your livelihood to be on someone's feelings because feelings can change. One day someone could love you and the next day they can hate your guts and they could be with the next person and they're in the next relationship and you have nothing to fall back on. You have no education, you have no job history, you have nothing. So this video is like, please just make sure you have your own. So let me tell you guys a little quick story. Many moons ago, like when I first had like my first serious relationship, the guy was like, you don't have to work, I'll take care of you. And I was like, no way. You know what, growing up, I've always been raised to be like independent woman kind of situation. So I've always had my own. I've always had my own house, my own car. I haven't even asked no one for money since I've been in high school. Like I have always only depended on myself, right? So one time I was gonna get another job, right? So I quit my job and I didn't have another job like right away. And he was like, no, you can just, chill, whatever. And I was like, well, he basically was like, I'll take care of your phone bill because I didn't have any bills. He was like, I'll take care of your phone bill until you get another job. I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, whoa, this is like really, I never had that before. So I never had like someone pay for anything for me. So I was like, oh my God, that is so cool. Like, okay, thanks, babe. And so one time we had an argument. Do you know this mofo turned off my phone? He turned off my phone. And I was like, never again. Like that was foreshadowing. And I was like, of course, like I went back because it was back in the day. It was like Cricket. I don't know if you guys remember Cricket. Cricket is like, I don't even know if they still have it, to be honest. I don't know. But it was back in the Cricket days. The phone bill was like $50. And like I just went and I turned it on myself. But that taught me the biggest lesson. He got mad in the moment and he cut it off like that, right? What if I didn't have the money to turn my own phone on? What if I was in a domestic violence situation and I didn't have the money to leave? What if I didn't have my own home? What if I didn't have, it's like, what if? After that, I have never, ever depended on anyone, like literally anyone. I think it scarred me. Because I was like, no, I'm not gonna, like, never. Like, that completely foreshadowed my whole life. And I'm so happy that happened, like, really early in, like, life, in my dating, world. Because that taught me someone could love you and say, yeah, baby, I got you. You don't ever have to worry. And then if you put your life in someone else's hands, they can completely just stop. Now, that was only a phone, and I had the money to turn my phone on. But what if it was something more? What if it was your living situation? So, yes, I definitely understand you want to be with someone who you're equally yoked with. You want to be with someone who's on the ball, and you should be. Everyone, men, you should be with a woman like who's equally yoked as you, and women vice versa. You guys should be on the same page. You should be on the same page financially, spiritually, emotionally, goals oriented, what you want to do in life, like everything. You should be on the same page, right? You should be equally yoked. But always have your own. Be your own provider. Be your own provider. I keep seeing all these videos. Yeah, he needs to take care of me. Okay, yes, that is amazing if a man, is a good man and he wants to take care of the household, and you can actually trust him to handle financial responsibilities, and then all that is amazing. Like, that would be a blessing. That would be awesome. However, always make sure you can take care of yourself. Always make sure you can take care of yourself. Always have your own money. Always have your own income. Even if you're a stay-at-home mom, have your own income. Even if it's $500 a month, just stack that bread. Just stack it. Because you never know what's going to happen. What if he, God forbid, he passes away? Then what? What are you going to do? Right? So I was just looking at all these videos, and I'm like, no, because even my babies, I have boys, right? So I'm going to teach them the proper way to date, the proper way, right? But I always want them to be independent also. I want them to be able to take care of themselves. Even if mom's not here, dad's not here, you need to be able to have your own mind, be smart, right? Not only financially, but emotional intelligence is very important. So I was like, okay, I need to say this because this is like my little 2 cents in the whole dating thing. But as far as dating, be able to take care of yourself. Have your own money, okay? Like, if you're a stay-at-home, oh, by the way, so you see all these videos about trad wives, right? Traditional wives. And there was a video that I saw, and it was so true. And basically this girl was like, you never see trad wives 40, saying, yes, be a trad wife. Usually it's, what is it called? The trad wives, the single mom pipeline. Okay? Because that is real. When you're young, you're 20, you're 30, you know what I mean? You may be in a great relationship, but sometimes relationships don't work out, and that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes you're just not meant to be forever. Just accept it for that period of time, and that's okay, right? Heal from it. But you see a lot of, primarily a lot of women who were trad wives. They were stay-at-home moms, right? Taking care of the household, and moms, we do so much. Chef, laundry, kids, everything, right? Financial, like, you're just taking care of everything. So your man, your husband, your boyfriend's taking care of financial resources, right? And then you're married all these years, you're not going to school, you're not working, you're not having any kind of financial income coming in. What if you hit 40, this man says, you know what? I want to get a younger girl. I want to get another woman. And he leaves you. Then what? Right? So you see all these videos of these 40-year-old, 50-year-old women, saying, please make sure you have your ish together, because it's true. It's true. You have to be able to take care of yourself. Okay? So I act like I'm a trad wife. I'm not a trad wife. I take care of my own responsibilities, but I just see all these videos, and I'm like, if I could, like, just help one girl or one gentleman, one guy, you know what I mean? Like, to just see things differently, then I would feel like good. Because listen, if you're a man, if you're a woman, whomever you are, Have your own. Be your own provider. Do not 100% depend on someone. It is fantastic if you can. If you can trust someone to be there forever, that is fantastic. That is a blessing. But it doesn't always work out that way. And in the event that it does not work out, you want to make sure you have your life together. You want to make sure you have resources, because life be lifing, and you need to be able to be at peace with, okay, if he were to leave today, would I be able to take care of myself? You really ask yourself that. If you're the stay-at-home dad, if she were to leave today, would I be able to take care of myself and my kids? Ask yourself. If the person that I'm depending on financially were to leave today, were to, God forbid, pass, transition, would I be able to take care of myself? Okay? And that's when we talked about financial literacy before. That's when that whole thing comes to afloat. Financial literacy. Don't be, what is it? Is it the ostrich in the sand? Where you're just like, I don't want to think about bills. No. You need to know what's coming in, what's going out, what the bills are, what the debts are. I've seen so many videos where they're like, you know what, I had no clue he had $50,000 in debt, and now I'm stuck with it, this and that. That happens. That really happens. So you need to be aware of what is going on in your household. Don't just leave it to one person. Be aware. Okay? And then also, I would say also have life insurance. Have life insurance. I don't think it's talked about enough. And I know life insurance, you can build wealth off of life insurance. But not only that part of it, life insurance is so important. You guys, when I drive down the street, there are so many car washes because folks don't have money to bury their family members, right? They're trying to raise money because funeral expenses are expensive. If you're not cremating, and even sometimes that's expensive, but if you're trying to have an actual funeral, that could be thousands of dollars. Have life insurance, because if your spouse or someone is passing, at least you have life insurance. You can take care of the mortgage, the bills. Like, we have to be smart, guys. And I'm here to just give you guys a friendly reminder. Have life insurance. Be your own provider. Do not put your head in the sand. Know what's going on in your household, okay? It is amazing to have standards, which I think everyone should. I'm not saying don't have standards. Yes, please, please, please have standards. Have standards, but also pick someone who you're equally yoked with. Don't pick a bum. If you're on the ball, you got your stuff together, you make sure that person has their stuff together. Even if you're going to be providing for that person, you make sure that, they have their stuff together too, so you don't feel like down the line resentment, or you don't feel used, So, I say all that to say, be your own provider. Be able to take care of yourself, okay? Okay? And also get life insurance. Get life insurance. Even maybe if you're not in a relationship and you have mom, dad, brother, you guys get life insurance on each other. So this way that's how you can build wealth, and then that's how you can ensure that your family members are good when you pass. And I'm hoping you're here for a long, 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 long time. But you know what? We all are going to leave this earth one day. And hopefully we're here for a long time. But when we are gone, we need to make sure we set up our family that they're okay. I actually just got another policy. I got a whole life, and then I redid my term. So I have 3 policies on myself, for my kids, of course. So it's really important. If you can't get whole life, because whole life is a little bit more expensive, get term. They have 30-year policies, and it's usually affordable. So please do that. Look into it, and I just say, be your own provider. Okay, so thank you so very much for watching. I hope you guys have a blessed day. I hope that you and your partner are doing amazing. If you are, coupled, if you're not coupled, I hope you're doing amazing. And be brave.